Okay, SGC here, and just this yesterday I just went to advanced screening to 30 minutes or less. It's coming out next Friday, a free movie in the summer. They don't really have a really big name, or ones that you would go like, oh my goodness, I have to see this because that person or whatever is playing in it. But I think these names put together warrants a watch for the film. That's what the studio's trying to bring, I think, to the table, is that you got Jesse Eisenberg from Zombieland and the Facebook movie, and Aziz Ansari from like Parks and Recreation, and Danny McBride from Tropic Thunder and Your Highness, and Nick Swardson from the most notable role that I can remember is Blaze of Glory, where he plays that stalker guy. So the synopsis of the movie is basically McBride and Swardson gets Eisenberg into a bomb suit, so he's like clicked all like C4 up, and threatens Eisenberg to get 100K in 10 hours. And Ansari is brought along as Eisenberg's friend, and he gets dragged in all of this, and they rob the bank together. And from the trailers, you can tell that they robbed the bank, and that's pretty much it. Because the trailers, which I give props for a movie, was that they didn't really show much after what happens after the robbery. The jokes were haha here and there, but nothing really like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna fall off my seat laughing. It might not be that memorable. There are some bits and pieces where it's like, oh, that's pretty funny. The acting wise, Eisenberg is finally starting to get out of his statement by statement, like blah 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 blah, like where he has those clear breaks from the characters that he portrayed in Zombieland and Facebook, where he's like very critiquing and just really like that. And yeah, it's still a little bit there, but he's really, I can tell that he's somewhat improving. But I just wish that he talked like himself in this movie, because there was a Saturday Night Live skit where he came out and he met the real Mark Zuckerberg, and he talked like very like he said he was very he says he's a very cocky person, and then I bet if he portrayed this in the 30 minutes or less, it would have been a lot better. Ansari is like a toned down version of himself in Parks and Rec, a lot nicer than his version. McBride's character is somewhat similar to Your Highness's character, but not really, because he's not as cocky and stubborn, but the cockiness and stubbornness is still there. And I think the star of like, wow, like totally didn't see that coming, was Swardson, as he doesn't really play the stupid guy all the way through. He's actually something else. So yeah, I won't spoil it for you guys if you plan to watch it. Yeah, so it's rated R, so I hope any younglings won't try to get into this film. It's R mostly for the F-bombs and like one nudity scene. I really wonder how this film will be doing when it actually comes out next week. I mean, you got no big names and no hot chicks to pull people in. I mean, like this Friday, The Change-Up came out, and you had Reynolds, Bateman, Olivia Wilde, and Leslie Mann, who will bring people in just I mean, just Ryan Reynolds by himself will bring like lots and lots of girls just to see this film. Check out The Change-Up. That movie was pretty awesome and was pretty memorable and pretty funny. I hope it makes more money than the Smurfs. My verdict for 30 minutes or less is I wouldn't pay to watch this. The Change-Up I would actually pay for. So fortunately for me, I had an advanced screening that was free, so I got to check this out. I would save this for a rent or a DVD or a cheap DVD purchase. I wouldn't even give it a chance if it came out on DVD, which is pretty harsh. You might say it's pretty harsh, but even though it was only an hour and a half, I felt that there could have been a lot more. But I would be contradicting myself if I wanted a lot more, because if the film dragged on a bit more, I would get bored. I think maybe it's just the whole concept of, oh, let's just get a dude and just strap him to a bomb and get him to rob a bank so I can get money. So that is it. My stuff still hasn't been in yet. Maybe this Sunday I'll get it, see how that goes, and I would do an album reveal, so that'll be fun. Yeah, what else is there to talk about? Nope, can't think of anything right now. So like it, subscribe it, see ya!